Hello everyone, DDD Designs here, and today I'm going to showcase the timer that I've set up in the mall. I had one timer that worked pretty well. That would allow water to drip down from way up above the mall down into a big holding tank, and then through all these little water ports down through the floor through these little holes in the floor as well. And then after a while, the tanks below the floor would fill up, and when they got full, the water would seep out onto the floor a little bit and make a wet floor. And when the floor was wet, that was your signal. Hey, make sure you get wrap things up because the server's about to reset because it's been almost an hour now. So, and my server does a 1 hour reset, and I still do a 1 hour reset, and I've got a little bit, I think, cleaner, nicer looking method now. So I'm going to go ahead and show that now. We're going to go into the dev server. I just reset the dev server instead of waiting for the top of the hour. This way I can just show it anytime. So I am going to go ahead and create a stopwatch here so we can kind of see how it goes. I'm not going to play the full hour. Actually, I might go ahead and do the full hour, but I'll do a time lapse. That way you're not stuck here watching me do something that really could be just done in a time lapse. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this going here. And I am starting the timer. Hide that. There we go. All right. And we wait. Okay. I could probably take a few. We'll let it go. It's only a few seconds. Okay, so over here above these stairs is where it all begins. And I've got a little spot up here. Hopefully I can get there in time. Oh, I goofed it. Okay, anyway, let's see. Okay, one of them already went out. So the one above the staircase is the one that starts it off. And it'll go both directions. As the water fills up, it goes over, hits a brazier, and then turns off the light. And then the next window, it'll get darker and darker and darker. And the one side on the left actually goes a little faster that direction than it does on the right because the way I did the ceilings in it intentionally different. So I was trying something out, and it just happened to fall into place where it's just a little short of an hour for the timer. So this is a really fun, in my opinion, a really fun timer because I haven't seen anything like this yet. It's clean. It doesn't get everything all wet, which I like. I liked having the wet notification, but then I understand that, like, if you're coming in for the first time, it's like you got wet floors. Like, what is going on with this? This place is a dump, right? I mean, who wants to walk through water at a mall, right? So I wanted to make this a little cleaner, and this is my solution here. So far it's been really good. It does depend on someone actually triggering the whole thing right after the reset. Uh, so if no one comes in for, say, 10, 15 minutes, the timer will obviously be delayed by 10 or 15 minutes, and it won't get to complete before the time runs out. But when it's pretty busy, that's not an issue in the busy hours. There are different times of day, different days of the week where it is busier, and it's not an issue at all. But but yeah, on the slower times, the timer might be a little off, just for that reason. Um, but it works really well. I have 19 windows on each of the two narrow ends, and then 38 on the long sides. So it goes all the way around, and I don't know what that comes out to be. So we'll just say like 20, 20, 40, 40. So 120 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus what, 6? Yeah. So 114 windows. It should be right. 19 times 2 plus, yeah, so that's 38. Yeah, 38 plus. Clear that out. 38 times 4. Or no, times 3. 114, yeah. So yeah, there's the one end. Now the corners are a little bit larger rooms, not huge, but just a little bit larger than the chambers for the each of the windows. So it does take a little bit longer to get around the corners. But once it goes around the corners, it picks up speed again. And so yeah, that's basically how it works. And it ultimately, because the one side does go faster, it does end over here. My only complaint would have to be the render distance. Well, two complaints. The render distance, and I wish the water would begin going at the server reset instead of waiting for me to load in. I might load in 10, 15 minutes after the reset, and then the timer's going to be off. But I get it. You don't want the processor on servers running nonstop, rendering water when there's no audience, right? I mean, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, the render distance would be amazing because here I can see the lights. If I look over there at the other end, they're off, and I know they're off, but they also aren't rendering. So if I look over here where I know they're from the other direction, where I know they're on, they're off, and now they're showing on. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a lot slower movements now, so I can make a time lapse video. I'm gonna get up to the top where I built that platform just for that, and then after this video, that platform up there is going away. It's just there for making this video. All right, so we are up here. All right, so now here we can see how it all renders in, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over to. So you can see it on the wall next to the window. The first three are darkened, but on the fourth one, on the left side, that fourth one, you can actually see the light on it coming from the corner. The fourth one coming from the corner. All right, well, I'm going to shut up, and here we go. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get get my ugly mug out of there. All right, so now we were at the part where we have like the last 5 minutes. Now here's where it kind of picks up a little bit of pace sometimes. The there's two water sources way up the very top of this area of this build, and they take a little while to build up their reservoir and then come down. So hopefully we'll see that start to take effect. If it if it doesn't, then it could just be one of the more inconsistent parts of the water. Um, on the live server, DDD Designs Mall #1, that one works um, pretty consistently because I have a lot of people running around. I'm on the development server. I have just me on here right now, and so I'm not running around, which I think helps render the water, um, keep the water going. So um, I'm really hopeful that it's going to continue to work here. I did my initial test actually on the live server. I knew it was going to be somewhat close, and I was really happy with the way it worked. First couple times I tested it, so I was hoping that the dev server was going to be the same, but it might be a little slow. This is I expected the last push to come through already, but I see that it is starting to pick up again now. The last one on the south wall did actually go out, and now it's got to go through that chamber there, that room that's a little bigger. So hopefully we'll see on the other side now, them coming through and from the right side of the screen and start to go out. But usually it's about right about now actually that it would be done. Just anywhere between 10 and 2 minutes from the top of the hour, and here we are. We're about 3 minutes in. 3 minutes from what would be the top of the hour. So after the reset, and I did start a few seconds early, so I would say 3 minutes. Started the timer early, but yeah, it might be that I'm not running around single person in the build. It's a level 4 build, so it could just be that the water just needs more movement to get it rendering. But I do see another one has gone out on the left side, and I can see a little bit of a flicker on the right side. So that one's probably about to go out. Looks like water's probably about to hit the brazier. And when it does get to the end, it usually rapidly speeds up. So I'm not going to do a time lapse from here on out. We only got less than 2 minutes before it's an hour, so we'll just let this go for a little bit, and we'll see what happens here. I'm really hopeful that the pace will pick up, but if not, then well, that's just the way the water works. I mean, it works in the mall in the live server, so that was the goal, was to have it for that. So I'm happy with the timer that I built, and in another video, if there's a big enough demand for it, then I'll make a video showing how I made the timer and what it takes to actually do it. I do have a video out there, a live stream on Twitch where I was actually completing it. There's 2 videos I made. One I kind of designed it, or I designed it off stream, kind of came up with the idea, and then I started building it, and I explained it in the first stream. In the second stream, I just finished it up because I could only get so much done in one stream, and it's a big build. So, but yeah, it's a 2-part build, and surprisingly, it was only a 2-part build. With as complicated stuff as it is, I was kind of shocked that it worked. But yeah, and we're almost at 1 hour now. So let's just sit here and see it go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more to go. I thought that one on the right was going out, but apparently not. Well, it isn't going to get them all out that fast within 1 hour, so it is going to be just a little over an hour this time. And like I said, it's just probably from me not running around the map enough. If I were to run to the other end and come back, these would probably go out really quickly. But I want to see what happens when I don't. So there goes another one. I'm kind of shocked because it's like the water quit flowing in the counterclockwise direction. Um, it usually ends right at the corner, and now I have an extra corner room that was put into play too. So kind of weird. Okay, now we have 7 more to go. And again, it's not coming from the right at all. It's like it's just going the other direction now. It's a little bit unusual. And it's not blocked off so that it stops at that point either. It's made to go all the way around. There's another one. All right. I wish I knew more about how the water operates, and for sure, because I have to make a lot of assumptions, and there's just there we go. Now it's going down on the right side. There's just not a lot of information though. Oh, okay, here we go. Now it's like it all of a sudden is starting to come through. There they go, rapid fire. All right, cool. And this is what normally happens closer to the corner. It takes out the last few pretty quickly in the live mall, and it could be the processor of my server, my dev server is a different processor than the one in my live mall. So it could be a processor issue, could be a GPU thing, because well the server software I don't think actually uses the GPU at all, because well I don't really have good graphics cards for that, so in my servers. So I just wish I knew more about how the water worked, but I know they're still developing the water, so they're not going to release any information on how it works exactly, because it can change. Um, but yeah, it was like a minute and three or an hour and 3 minutes and some seconds. But that's my quick time lapse video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Cool. Just be cool to one another. Uh, remember, it's just a game. Bye bye, guys.